In this video I'm going to be doing some minor work on the Massey Ferguson 1220. We're going to be replacing the rear fender stay, and we're also going to be installing a flashing beacon. So first things first, we need to remove the old fender stay, and then we can of course get the new one put on there and then mount the new beacon to it. So here it is, all wrapped up. It is a genuine part and I've owned it for over a year, just never had the time to actually get it out of the wrapping and fit it to the tractor. But now I do need to do it, as the rear lights which are on there currently conflict with the backhoe, so it just has to be done. And it's a good time to mount the beacon. This is the beacon. I'll just show you it quickly before we fit the new fender. A Britax, which I think is going to be pretty good. Comes with its own loom, and I actually bought this separately, just a power port, as it does require a 12 volt accessory port. Right, so it should be very simple to actually fit on because it is just a magnetic base. It should just fit to the tractor. No bolts or anything. And yeah, there is the socket, the plug. Well, it all looks very good. I'll show you the underside of it. You can see it's got the magnetic base. It's all coated in rubber or plastic to prevent the bodywork from getting scratched. And there is a close-up look at the plug. So hopefully it all works as it should do. Now let's go back to the first job. What we need to do is locate all the bolts which are holding it on. They're all quite rusty, but I'm hoping they're not going to be seized. So there's the first one. What we're going to use is just a standard socket. I'm going to get them all removed first of all. I'll put all the bolts in order and then we'll just pull the old one off, and then hopefully it'll be as simple as just installing the new one very easily. Just put it on, put the bolts in. With all the bolts removed, it should now just lift off. As you can see, the old lights are still fitted. I'm hopefully going to still use them on a different application, but they're just not right for this because of the backhoe sitting so close to the back of the tractor. And getting the wiring loom out of there is easier said than done. You can see the years of dust and dirt build up underneath here, understandably. So I'm going to get it all cleaned off before I install the brand new panel. No job is too hard for the engine degreaser. And underneath here, surprisingly, or probably not surprisingly, the powder coating is like new. Pristine condition. Now it's all done, here is a close-up view of the paintwork. Perfect. Now that we've done that, we can now fit the brand new one. And it actually turns out that it is just slightly smaller at the back. It's the same fitting, but the sheet metal just doesn't come down as far, which actually might be better. All of the bolts are now in loosely. I'm now going to tighten them up, and then that'll be this job done. I decided to do it off screen, but yep, there we go. All done, all tightened to the correct torque setting, and what do you think? I think it is a dramatic improvement. It really does take years off the tractor, even though it's just the fender stay. Next we can move on to the fitting of the flashing beacon. There we go, all done. No, not really, we've still got to put the wiring in. So I'm just going to put it around here first of all. I will be wiring it in properly later, but for the time being, that is good enough. I'm actually reusing the wiring from the original LED lights that I put in. So it's actually a very simple test today, just to make sure it's all working. I don't have to go wiring in new harnesses and stuff. Here goes then, moment of truth. Yep, that looks good. So the reason why I've got this is because sometimes this tractor needs to go to a public yard, so there's a lot of other vehicles about, just really to keep the whole area as safe as possible. And the thing I find is beacons always seem brighter the further away you are. I think that is probably how they work. Well, that is the job completed for the time being. I'm going to be putting the wiring in a better place later. But as for this video, that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.